For most of my life, I have been a hard-stuck silver player. I just wasn't able to get out of silver. And because of that, my parents actually disowned me. They kicked me out of the house. And because of that, I have made it my goal to get to gold. So, I practiced, and I trained, and I finally made it to gold. So, my parents, re-owned me, they let me back in the house, and they cooked me a 5-course meal because I was able to do that. So, if you're in the same predicament, in this video, I will be showing you how to get to gold. Alright, so, I'm going to be showing you how to get to gold. Let's go. Alright, so we're getting into a game. And because there's no drafting stage in, silver and gold, you don't need to ban anyone, so just try and pick a good brawler. But since, I am, a silver player, I don't have any choices, so here I'm going to go Daryl, because he works as an assassin with lots of health. Alright, so both of my teammates made questionable choices for this map, but it's okay, because we're gonna clutch up. We're gonna carry. And that's what you might have to do when trying to get out of silver. Sometimes your teammates won't make good choices at all. So you're gonna have to, clutch. I don't know, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kind of fat-fingering everything. But, the first round didn't go good, but in the second round, I was able to charge up my super because Daryl has a charging super. So now I have it. My best bet would be to dash on the Rico, because he doesn't really have high damage. I go here and I roll out. Now, what did it do? It accomplished nothing, But because the Rico doesn't really know what he's doing, I was able to get the kill. And the Buster's gonna use his shield, and because he aims for my teammate, I can just kill him easily. And we were able to win this round. Now, if you're an assassin or a tank, do not dash on Chester, because he does a lot of close range damage. He will shred you. Go for this Buster, because Buster doesn't do the craziest amount of close range damage. So now there's only the Chester left, and because it's 2v1, we should, hopefully, be able to win this. And let me just dash on this guy and kill him. See? Perfect! So, and I even get star player. Alright, our next game is out in the open. And because this map has, is really open, try and pick a brawler that has a lot of range. So not El Primo. Try and go with someone like Belle, because her range is longer than Primo's. So let's go Belle. And with long ranges on, with long range brawlers, your brawler has a long range, so, see, look, compared to Primo, this range is actually really long. And because you have a long range brawler, you're gonna actually want to try to hit the other brawlers. Try not to, completely miss when shooting. A lot of silver players make that mistake where they, miss the brawler that they're aiming at. So try not to make that mistake, And, our Edgar's gonna make the classic Edgar, move and die completely. But, I was able to get some taps and get some kills. We are in a 2v1 situation here, where the enemy has 2 players, and we only have 1, which is me. So, I actually have faith that I can win this. The faith isn't good faith, because I actually lost, but, that's okay. We can do this. Make sure not to show too much frustration towards your teammates, because, it may make them a little bit sad that they sucked. And because you're a silver player, you're gonna gadget randomly off that wall. Wait, it actually helped. Alright, so, our teammate's dead. Again. What the heck? So the Buster's actually gonna make a good play, and, oh, and I died. I guess this game is an example on how not to play, but, we always got next game. Our next game mode is gonna be Gem Grab. Now in Gem Grab, you want to collect gems. So we're going to want to have a good brawler that can, pick up the gems and not die. So that brawler might be Brock, because he has a way of escape. So we also got a Mortis, which means I'm going to have to go Chester. Chester does damage. A lot of damage. So, I can just kill a lot of their players. Alright, so the other team's picks are really bad. So, we should be able to win this, hopefully. So, shoot down a little bit, and because they're all going mid lane, it should be kind of easy to win. Oh, I missed. There we go. So, Gadget to hopefully get the healing effect, which unfortunately I didn't. I got the reload, but it's okay. Now, because they're, like, silver, they don't quite know what they're doing, so I can easily just kill some of them. Now, I have the healing super, but because we were able to kill them, I actually don't need to use it here. So, I'm just going to keep playing until I get damage, and then I'll be able to use it. See, look, we were able to get kills, and now we're collecting a lot of gems, which is actually what you're going to want to do in this game mode. There we go, perfect. See, I was able to not walk in the spike super because that actually does damage to me. I actually died, and that's not good. Now both my teammates are hopefully going to stay alive. Never mind. Okay, so, I missed my super, but, that's okay. Alright, see, my Buster is going to die here. I take that back, he's not going to die here. I'm going to dodge every one of these shots because I'm actually, like, Tensai. Perfect. And if you don't know who Tensai is, he's just a person who's really good at dodging shots. So not me, because I just died. So, my teammates are going to get killed. Nope, they're not going to get killed. They actually got a kill. Yes, teammates. Yes. So, because my teammates are low on health and they have gems, I'm actually going to use my body to block the shot so they don't die. That's called tanking a shot. See, we actually have a victory here. So that's actually good, because you want to win. So rank this game mode is Bounty. And Bounty maps always, have a really long range. So, just like Knockout, you're not going to pick El Primo. You're actually going to pick Bell again. But actually, no you're not. Piper is open, and because Piper is automatically upgraded, you're gonna use her, because she's better than Bell. Well, not better, but she's, leveled up more. Okay, so these opponents look pretty bad, so I think this should hopefully be an easy win. I have faith in us and our team. Look, see, I'm able to, see, we already got a kill on their Angelo, and, well, I'm about to get a kill on their Poco. See, dodge the shot by trying to, moving, zigzaggy, because it'll make it so, the Angelo doesn't really know where you're gonna shoot. Now, try not to go Poco on a map like this, because Poco doesn't have that long of a range, and people, marksmen that are normally played on Bounty don't have a lot of health, so Poco isn't gonna be able to heal anybody, because no one has any health. So, his healing abilities are just kind of useless. Because I have my Hyper Super, I'm actually going to dash in over here and get some kills. Piper did a bad mistake and jumped straight up into the air, which means I can actually see where she's going to land, which means I can just kill her. So, little tip there. Also, when a brawler is moving, try and shoot in front of them so they walk into the shot like that. See, now their Poco's getting quite mad because he hasn't been able to do anything this game. And we just won this game, which means we get Elo, which means we're gonna, move up in ranked. So that's good. This will be my last game for this video on showing you how to get out of silver. And we get Bounty again, which means you're not gonna want to choose El Primo. You're gonna want to choose someone, with a long range, Bell. Unfortunately, Piper has been picked, so I'm gonna go, no Mr. Bald, I'm not gonna go Daryl, I'm gonna go Bell, because Bell actually has a really long range, which means I'm gonna pick her, so let's go here. And because, this voice that I'm doing is slightly tiring to do, I'm just gonna stop doing it. Okay, so now we're just gonna want Gadget here, because it, gives us a longer range, and we're gonna want to go for, I don't even know. Just try and shoot people and try and kill them. It's very effective. Unfortunately, my team doesn't know that we weren't going to try to kill people. I guess me too, because I just died, which is depressing because we're playing against silver players. So So, you know, I'm gonna shoot that guy. You know, shoot that guy as well. Oh, and he died because my bell attack actually jumped from person to person, which is something a bell attack can do. I'm gonna use my gadget to get a longer range and hopefully hit someone. I didn't because I suck, but you know, it's okay. See, it's actually possible to dodge curveball. I know a lot of silver players don't really know that, but it's actually possible. So, you know, I'm not doing too good, but, like, fortunately my team is, so, you know, that's good. So, watch this trick shot. And I hit someone because I'm actually a professional at this game. See, this game that was made for children is actually being dominated by me. See, that death there was actually intended to happen. See, watch this. Watch this trick shot. Never mind, don't watch it. Alright, that'll be it for this video. I hope you actually learned how to get out of silver and get into gold so your parents won't disown you anymore. Have a good day, people, and, you know, I won't see you again. Or I might, you know, if you subscribe. Make sure to subscribe.